The luckiest thing that can ever happen to a guy is getting dumped by his ex, then finding a helpless girl collapsed by the river. She looks tiny, like a stray cat forgotten in the dark, stumbling forward with one arm outstretched, trying to flag down a car. Her face is completely drained of color. Help me. She uses every last bit of strength just to say those two words. Then her eyes close, and her body crumples softly to the ground. I rush over and crouch down beside her. My fingers tremble as I check for breath. Still alive. Up close, I finally see her clearly. She has a delicate oval face, but she's dangerously thin. The wide collar of her oversized hoodie has slipped sideways from the fall, revealing a sliver of her collarbone and a small patch of pale, soft skin. My heart skips a beat. Hey, are you okay? Can you hear me? I tap her cheek quickly. Her skin is ice cold, soft as silk, but there's no response. Damn, she's really passed out. No time to think. I scoop her up into my arms and sprint straight to the hospital. The moment I walk through the doors, the nurses see me carrying an unconscious girl and swarm around me immediately. What happened? Found her by the river. She just collapsed out of nowhere. This girl is beautiful. The nurses admire her delicate face, whispering among themselves, then turn to me with suspicious eyes. After a round of examinations, the doctor frowns. What is your relationship to her? I'm a stranger, I say quickly. Just tell me, doctor, how bad is it? Severe anemia triggering a cardiac episode. She needs emergency treatment immediately. The doctor's brow tightens. He looks me up and down with suspicion. You're really just a stranger? Not some guy who abandoned her? Fine, then go handle the paperwork. We need a deposit. I pull out my phone and remember I only have a few thousand yuan left in my account. Ever since the fallout with my family, the money stopped coming. How much? I ask, bracing myself. Start with 5,000. I let out an irritated click of my tongue, scrolling through my contacts with a sinking feeling. Who could I even call? My best buddy Gabe is just as broke. I don't want to bother anyone. And on a Sunday, the stock market is closed. Online loans are out of the question. My dad had long ago cut off every borrowing channel I had. I stare at that pale little face on the hospital bed and clench my jaw. Am I really going to have to go crawling back home? I hesitate for a few seconds, then I walk to the corner and dial. Dad, it's me. I smile bitterly at my own helplessness. Lend me 10,000 yuan. Emergency. There's a brief silence on the other end, then a cold, flat voice. So you finally come around. Too bad it's for money, not to come home. Got all your cash stuck in the stock market, did you? And now you remember you have a father. Come back and take over the family business. Cars, mansions, women, everything I have is yours. I stay quiet for a long moment. I've always said that's not what I want. And this time it's not about the money. There's a girl who needs saving. Your call. I hang up. A moment of silence. A few seconds later, my phone chimes. 50,000 yuan hits my account. I stare at the screen, stunned. Then I shake my head with a tired smile. The old man never changes, tough on the outside, soft on the inside. After paying the deposit, I collapse onto the bench outside the emergency room, watching the seconds drag by. Vanessa's sharp words blast through my head again. Ethan, you can't even take care of yourself. You can barely survive on your own. What makes you think you deserve me? I must have been blind to ever fall for a broke loser like you. I squint up at the ceiling, breathing in the sharp sting of disinfectant and think, what a joke that relationship was. What exactly was I even in love with? I don't know how much time passes before the light above the emergency room finally goes out. The doctor steps out and pulls down his mask. The patient is out of immediate danger. Are you family? I already told you I'm a stranger, I say again. So what's the situation now? The doctor sighs. Congenital heart disease, combined with long-term malnutrition and physical exhaustion. She'll need to stay for observation. Go finish the paperwork. Congenital heart disease. My stomach drops. This is no small thing. This could eat through hundreds of thousands of yuan and barely make a dent. I drag myself to the payment counter and swipe my card, watching my balance shrink. I curse myself under my breath. Ethan, oh Ethan, playing the hero, spending your family's money on a total stranger. Who are you trying to impress? But I don't even notice it myself. The moment I hear she's out of danger, the weight in my chest finally lifts. In the hospital room, the girl lies still and quiet. The IV drip has erased the pain from her face. Asleep, she looks surprisingly peaceful. Now I finally have a moment to really look at her. She can't be very old. 18, 19 at most. How does a girl this young end up alone and unconscious by the river? I sit beside the bed for a while, bored, then step out to grab a bottle of water. The moment I walk back in, I'm met with a pair of eyes just blinking open, still hazy and unfocused, lost and helpless. We stare at each other for a moment. The girl speaks weakly. Did you save me? Just happened to be passing by. How are you feeling? I give a tired smile. She tries to sit up but can't find the strength. I instinctively reach out to help, and my palm lands on a shoulder so bony it fits right in my hand. I can't help but frown. She's way too thin. Thank you. The girl leans back against the headboard, her voice barely above a whisper. I'll pay you back for the medical bills. Even with my eyes closed, I can tell this stubborn girl is just putting on a brave face. I shake my head calmly. We'll figure that out later. What's your name? Is there anyone I can call? At that, the light drains from her pretty eyes instantly. My name is Mia. There's no family who can come. What do you mean? I freeze. My mom passed away. My dad. Mia lowers her head, fingers twisting tightly in her hospital gown. Her eyes are full of quiet sorrow. He won't come. Even as she speaks, her whole body is trembling. I understand enough. She's had a hard life. Is there anyone else? Any friends? Mia shakes her head. She's biting her pale lips so hard they might bleed. Her voice drops even lower. I just arrived in this city. I don't know anyone. I sigh. Great. Looks like I'm stuck with this one. Just rest for now. We'll sort everything else out once you're better. I check the time. It's already past 10 at night. Are you hungry? Can I get you something to eat? Mia glances at me nervously. I'm not hungry. Just a little thirsty. I turn and pour a cup of warm water, then hand it over. As she takes it, her fingers accidentally brush mine. She flinches like she's been shocked, and her cheeks instantly flush pink. Sorry. What is there to be sorry about? I find this girl oddly strange, but that brief touch of her ice-cold fingertip makes me pause. A feeling I can't name stirs somewhere inside me. After Mia finishes the water, I'm about to say something when my stomach lets out a loud, embarrassing growl. Right, I haven't eaten dinner. Mia blinks at me, then asks quietly, "Are you hungry? Don't worry about me. Go eat." I feel a little awkward. I'm starving, but looking at how fragile she is, I can't bring myself to leave. I'll order some delivery. What sounds good? Mia immediately shakes her head like a rattle drum. No need, I'm not hungry. The words barely leave her mouth before her stomach lets out a loud rumble. The girl goes red all the way to the tips of her ears, wishing she could disappear under the blanket. I can't hold back a quiet laugh. Looks like your stomach is more honest than you are. I'm just a tiny bit hungry. Just a little bit. Mia is absolutely mortified, blushing as she quietly admits it. I don't tease her about it. I pull out my phone and order some plain rice porridge and light dishes. While waiting for the delivery, I lean against the window scrolling on my phone, occasionally glancing over at Mia on the bed. She lies there quietly, but her eyes never leave me, as if she's afraid I'll disappear the second she blinks. That feeling of someone depending on me makes me a little uneasy, but strangely also a little warm. So this is what it feels like. When the food arrives, I fold out the little tray table over her bed and set out the porridge and side dishes. Need help? Looking at how weak she is, I'm genuinely afraid she can't even hold a spoon. She shakes her head and carefully picks it up, but her hand shakes so much she can't get the spoon to her mouth after several tries. I can't watch anymore. I take the bowl and spoon right out of her hands. Let me. I scoop up a spoonful of porridge, blow on it to cool it down, then hold it to her lips. Mia stares at me with wide eyes, her face going completely red. This is the first time a guy has ever fed her. Open up, I say, looking at her. She obeys, parting her lips timidly, taking small sips of the porridge I feed her. Every few bites, she sneaks a glance at me. Nervous, unsettled, grateful. That delicate little face is so expressive it's almost comical. By the time I finish feeding her the bowl of porridge, my own stomach is growling badly. I tear open my takeout box and inhale it. Halfway through, I suddenly notice Mia blinking at me with those big eyes, watching me eat. Something about her expression catches me completely off guard. My hand stills. My gaze drifts down without permission. On the hospital bed, her bare little feet are completely exposed, her toes pale and delicate, looking like freshly peeled bamboo shoots. No. Ethan, you are a human being, not an animal. You have standards. What is wrong with you? I mentally slap myself hard, twice. But she really is unfairly cute. Do you want a little more to eat? I swear it has nothing to do with how cute she is. I'm purely worried she didn't eat enough. The girl gives a small shake of her head, her voice barely a thread of sound. You look like you're really enjoying your food. That line nearly makes me choke on the spot. What kind of compliment is that? After dinner, a nurse comes to change Mia's medication. Maybe it's because she finally has some food in her. It isn't long before she drifts off again. I stand by the bed, fighting with myself, then finally give in and drop into the visitor's chair. I can't just leave this poor girl alone in this hospital. The night deepens. The only sound in the room is Mia's soft, shallow breathing. I stare out at the city lights below, my mind drifting. Then a soft whimper from the bed snaps me back. I look over. In her sleep, Mia's brows are knitted tight. Looks like a bad dream. Without thinking, I reach out and gently smooth the crease between her brows. The moment my fingers touch her skin, Mia's eyes fly open. Our eyes meet. I yank my hand back like I've been burned and give an awkward cough. Bad dream? Mia doesn't answer. She just looks at me quietly. In the moonlight, her eyes are like amber filled with water. After a long moment, her voice comes out soft and sweet. Thank you. Really. That word catches me so off guard my whole body stiffens. It takes a few seconds before I recover and give a small nod. Don't mention it. I'm sorry. I was out of it just now. I forgot to ask your name. Mia murmurs softly. My name is Ethan. Oh, good night, Ethan. And just like that, her breathing evens out again. She's asleep in seconds. Now I'm the one who can't sleep at all. I light up my phone screen and see a text from Vanessa waiting there. I don't even read it. I swipe it away and delete it. 3 days pass in a blur. I've been parked outside the ward scrolling so hard my screen might give out. I ask Gabe to dig up some background on Mia. Should be hearing back soon. My phone chimes. An email notification. I sit up straight, eyes fixed to the screen. The more I read, the tighter my frown gets. Mia, 18 years old, from a remote mountain village, mother deceased, father still alive, only family left is a grandmother in her 70s. I keep scrolling, then my finger stops. The medical file attachment says it in black and white. Congenital heart disease, requires lifelong medication, severe cases may require surgery. This is complicated. I run a frustrated hand through my hair, still turning it over in my head as I push open the hospital room door. The scene inside makes me stop. Mia is awake, straining to reach the water cup on the nightstand. The sleeve of her oversized hospital gown slides down, revealing a stretch of wrist so thin it looks breakable. Don't move, I say, and close the distance in 3 quick strides, pressing the cup firmly into her hands. Thank you, Ethan. Mia cradles the cup, voice soft and warm, sipping slowly like a startled little kitten. Stop calling me that. Just call me Ethan, okay? The doctor says you can be discharged today. I pull out a chair and sit, but you can't stop the medication and you'll need to come back for follow-ups. At the word discharged, Mia's eyes light up briefly, then dim again. Her fingers tighten around the cup. Okay, thank you. The medical bills, I'll find a way to repay I cut her off with a raised hand. We'll talk money later. First, tell me honestly, after discharge, where are you planning to go? Mia goes silent immediately. She drops her head, lashes fluttering, a long pause, then a tiny shake of her head. I don't know. Her voice is barely a murmur. Looking at her like this, so small and lost, the words I almost say, here's some cash, figure it out yourself, die right in my throat. That would just be cold. I stare at the harsh fluorescent light above and press my fingers to my temple with a sigh. Fine, come home with me for now. The words come out a little stiff. I'm trying to hide how awkward this feels, until you find somewhere to stay. Finish, Mia's head snaps up, eyes wide and round, her expression pure disbelief. No, I couldn't. That's too much trouble. It's no trouble at all. I stand up, shrug with practiced ease. My place is just collecting dust anyway. Besides, I pause, glancing at her face. I can't just pull you out of the river, then turn around and watch you sleep on the streets. Once all the paperwork is done, I lead Mia out through the hospital doors. The sun hits hard outside. Mia instinctively raises a hand to shield her eyes. Her thin frame rattles around in that oversized hospital gown. Her own clothes had long since been too dirty to put back on. My car is parked at the curb. I open the passenger door, but Mia stands frozen, looking down at her faded hospital gown, then at the gleaming seat inside. I'll get your car dirty. Mia's ears go completely red, her voice shrinking with every word. I blink at her, caught between laughing and a strange ache in my chest. This beat-up second-hand Volkswagen that Vanessa mocked hundreds of times, and this girl is treating it like it's something precious. What kind of girl is this? For the first time, I actually want to know more about Mia. It's fine. Get in. Stop overthinking. She finally eases herself into the seat, rigid as a board, perching on the very edge of the seat, barely breathing. I walk around and slide into the driver's seat, buckle up, and catch sight of her sitting there like she's in trouble. I laugh before I can stop myself. Relax. I don't bite. Really? No. Mia startles, and loosens up just a fraction, but her fingers are still locked onto the hem of her gown. I shake my head with a smile, thinking, how can someone be this endearingly hopeless? Lucky she ran into me. Otherwise, you're really kind. I really mean it. Thank you. Mia's pale face blooms with an unexpected flush. She's trying to look tough, but her eyes are already glistening. Hey, don't cry. I didn't even do anything. I feel my heart rate spike, without permission. You did so much. Aside from my grandma, no one has ever been this kind to me. Mia dips her head, her voice thick with emotion. I draw a slow breath and force my pulse back down. Something warm and undefined, something like tenderness, slowly fills the air between us. The engine roars to life and we merge into the flow of traffic. I drive for a while before I notice the silence beside me is strange. I can't even hear her breathe. At a red light, I glance sideways. Mia is pressed against the window, completely mesmerized by the city rushing past. First time in a big city like this? I break the silence. Mia snaps back to reality and gives a gentle nod. Yeah, back home there are no buildings like this, no roads this wide. Did you come here to study? I keep my eyes on the green light ahead and ease down the gas. Mia hesitates for just a moment. Her voice drops lower. Yeah, I got into a university here. I catch the flicker of evasion in her voice. My mind goes to the rural registration documents I read, and that heavy medical report. I don't push further. Everyone has their secrets. The car turns into an older residential complex. I park and lead Mia upstairs. My apartment is a standard 2-bedroom. Not big, but after living alone for so long it always feels cold and hollow. I bend down and dig through the shoe cabinet for a brand new pair of men's slippers and drop them on the floor. They're a bit big, but they'll do for now. Mia steps into them. They look like boats on her feet, clapping with every step. Ridiculous, yet somehow completely adorable. She stands stiffly in the middle of the living room, big eyes scanning this unfamiliar space with cautious curiosity. I toss the medicine bag onto the coffee table. You'll sleep in the second room. Bathroom's over there. Kitchen's on the left. There's food and drinks in the fridge. Help yourself. Most importantly, I straighten up, dead serious, tapping the medicine bag firmly. 3 times a day. Every day. On schedule. Don't let me catch you dumping it. Mia shakes her head hard, cheeks puffed up, looking exactly like a startled little blowfish, waving her hands back and forth. I won't. I absolutely won't. I'll drink every single drop, I promise. Her ridiculous cuteness makes me smile despite myself. Good. At least she values her own life. You heard the doctor too. No more pushing yourself. And no emotional extremes. Mia nods obediently. The air goes quiet suddenly. It gets a little awkward. I look at her standing there, completely lost, and give a light cough to break the tension. Anyway, feel free to look around. Get comfortable. I need to make a call. I head to the balcony and make a show of picking up my phone, when really I'm texting my best buddy Gabe. Emergency. Bring a full set of women's clothes, everything. Inside and out. About 5'5", really slim. Get your wife to help pick. Just needs to fit. That one message sets off a chain reaction. Gabe calls immediately. His voice explodes through the phone. No way. Ethan, are you serious? Didn't you just get dumped? That was fast. I hold the phone away from my ear until he finishes howling, then snap back. Knock it off. I found her on the street. She was in bad shape. Was I supposed to just leave her there? I give him the short version. There's a pause on his end. Gabe's voice turns uncharacteristically sincere. All right. You're hopeless, man. Send me the address, I'll bring it over. But Ethan, you just got your heart wrecked by Vanessa the gold digger, and now you've brought home a drop-dead gorgeous girl. This whole setup sounds really familiar. Familiar my foot. Delete that trashy romance app off your phone and stop reading those brain-dead power fantasy novels. I hang up laughing, and turn around to find Mia still standing in the same spot like a little statue, staring down at her feet, those comically oversized slippers making her look even more pitiful. I sigh, walk over, pry out the day's medication from the bag, pour a cup of warm water, and hold them out to her. Here, take your medicine first. Mia takes the pills and water, tilts her head back obediently to swallow. Her slender neck arches slightly, a delicate and fragile line of beauty. My throat tightens. I look away fast. Eyes to yourself. Ethan. Mia sets down the cup, a soft blush coloring her cheeks, her voice barely audible. I'd like to take a shower. Is that okay? Of course. I point toward the bathroom. There are fresh towels and toiletries in the cabinet, all still sealed. Wait. I stop cold as an awkward realization hits me. She has no change of clothes, and the clothes she was wearing had nothing underneath. Mia clearly realizes this at the same moment. Her face goes completely red, even her tiny earlobes turning pink. She drops her head low, refusing to look at me. The awkwardness is so thick it fills the room. I scratch the back of my neck and say, embarrassed. My friend is is bringing clothes over soon, maybe just manage for a bit? The moment it leaves my mouth I want to slap myself. What kind of thing is that to say to a girl? I am completely hopeless. But right as I finish, the doorbell rings. I practically sag with relief and rush to the door. It swings open to reveal Gabe, standing there with an enormous shopping bag, already craning his neck to peek inside. Where is she? Where is she? Let me see what kind of goddess turned the unbreakable Ethan soft. I grab him by the collar and yank him into the entryway, snatch the bag out of his hands. Nothing to see, you dropped it off, now get out. Gabe still tips up on his toes, straining to look past me, and catches a glimpse of Mia peeking out from behind the living room wall. Their eyes meet. Mia startles like a frightened little kitten, and ducks back instantly. Gabe freezes. Then he slaps my shoulder, drops his voice to a dramatic whisper. Oh my, Ethan! You actually brought home a girl straight out of an anime. He follows that up with a laugh that says way too much. Stop it with the anime stuff. I shove him toward the door without mercy. Thanks, man. I'll transfer the money. Hey, don't push. Let me at least say hi to— He doesn't get to finish. I shut the door in his face. I carry the bag back to the living room and hand it to Mia, who is hiding in the corner like an ostrich. Here, your clothes. Go shower. Mia takes the bag with a red face, whispers a thank you so quiet it's barely there, then darts into the bathroom like a spooked rabbit. I stand there listening to the rush of the shower and press my fingers to my throbbing temple. How did my life get like this? Truly one thing after another. I drag myself to the couch and collapse into it, flip on the TV but can't focus on a single thing. Then my phone buzzes. A message from Gabe. Bro, I'm serious. The way that girl was looking at you. You could practically see stars in her eyes. Hold yourself together, okay? Don't be an animal. I roll my eyes and type back one word. Get lost. I barely set the phone down when the bathroom door opens. Mia steps out in the new clothes. The size runs large, which somehow makes her look even more slender and fragile. Her damp hair hangs loose behind her, dripping at the ends. Without the pallor of sickness, her face is soft and pink. But this top, it fits a bit too snugly in some places. Very noticeably. She shifts nervously and tugs at the hem, her bare feet on the floor, toes curling with embarrassment. Ethan, the pants fit fine, but the top is a little small. And the underwear, it's too small too. I couldn't get it on. At those words, my eyes go wide as saucers. Wait, Mia, so right now you're not wearing anything underneath? Can I even say something like that out loud? The underwear was the wrong size. This has me completely stuck. I'm fighting a war inside my own head. Through Mia's shirt, the outline of her figure is way too visible. I'm a 26-year-old single guy. I cannot handle this. I rack my brain for what feels like forever and come up with nothing useful. Finally, I just accept my fate and sigh. If there's really no other option, just wear something of mine. Ethan, you actually own women's underwear? Mia's eyes go completely round. I mean, wear my clothes. Where did your mind go? My own face flushes red. Mia bites her lip awkwardly, hard enough to almost draw blood, looking like she has more to say. Anything else? I ask, eyes wandering everywhere. I can barely look at her directly now. There is one more thing. Mia's face goes so red it's almost painful to look at. The other bottoms, the ones you wear underneath, those don't fit either. But you're already wearing pants. I stare at her, completely lost. Yes, but the underwear underneath. Don't tell me you're not wearing those either. Yeah, they really wouldn't go on. Mia clamps her lips shut, so mortified she looks ready to disappear into the floor. Her pale face is red enough to bleed. You can wear mine. The words barely leave my mouth before I bolt into my bedroom, afraid of what might happen if I stay 1 second longer. Who could hold it together in this situation? Mia stands obediently by the bathroom door, steam still curling around her, the air laced with the light scent of body wash, tugging at something deep in my chest. Against my better judgment, I glance back. Our eyes meet. Her gaze is soft and unguarded, wet hair draped over pale, smooth shoulders. Those long, straight legs practically glow. My heartbeat skyrockets. Did I just bring home a little succubus? I slam into my bedroom and lock the door. I lean against it and breathe deep, again and again, until my heart rate drops back to something manageable. Then I tear through my closet and pull out a plain white cotton tee and a pair of athletic shorts. I think for a moment, then sneak out a clean pair of boxers like I'm stealing something, bundle it all into a ball, and head back to the bathroom door. I clear my throat, doing my best to sound completely calm. The clothes are here. I'm leaving them on the doorknob. A few seconds of silence from inside. Then a sound, barely louder than a breath. A soft, okay. The bathroom door creaks open just a sliver, and a small, damp arm, glowing with the fresh warmth of a shower, reaches out shyly. I shove the bundle into it as fast as possible. My fingers accidentally graze her skin, cool and impossibly soft. A tingle shoots through me like a spark. The door shuts quickly. I stumble back 2 steps like a startled rabbit, touch my nose without thinking, and notice the air around me is thick with the sweet scent of that body wash. From behind the door comes quiet click of the lock, then the soft rustle of fabric. A moment later, small footsteps pad toward me. Ethan, I'm dressed. I finally turn around. Mia is wearing my oversized white tee, looking exactly like a kid who snuck into an adult's closet. The hem hangs so long it covers her completely, leaving everything to the imagination. Mia bites her bottom lip hard, one hand desperately gripping the loose waistband to keep everything in place, the other fidgeting with the hem. The wide collar keeps sliding off one shoulder, revealing a perfect collarbone and a wide stretch of pale skin. This halfway covered look, compared to the more obvious view from before, carries a completely different kind of pull, something dangerously innocent and deadly at the same time. My throat goes dry and tight. My eyes dart around the room and refuse to settle on her skin for more than a second. I finally force my gaze up to her still dripping hair. Why didn't you dry your hair? You'll catch a cold like that. I frown slightly, my voice carrying a softness I don't even notice myself. Mia ducks her head sheepishly, cheeks flushed pink, her voice small and soft. I don't know how to use that loud blowing machine. I blink. Then it hits me. She grew up in a remote mountain village. Never seeing a hairdryer is completely normal. My heart softens. I'll show you. I get up and head toward the bathroom. Mia follows like a little tail, one hand still clamped on her waistband, padding along behind me. I pull the hairdryer from the cabinet, plug it in, and signal for her to stand still. Watch. It's simple, just press this switch. This side is hot air, that side is cool. As I demonstrate, the roar of the dryer fills the small space instantly. Mia's eyes go wide, staring at it like a kitten discovering a new toy. Now that you know, want to try it yourself? I hand it over. Mia hesitantly lets go of her waistband to reach for it. The waistband immediately gives up, sliding down a full inch. She lets out a startled squeak, grabs the waistband with both hands and yanks it back up, face turning as red as a boiled shrimp. I spin away fast, feeling the heat rise to my own ears. Here, let me dry it for you. Your hands are a little busy. I make a quiet mental note. Tomorrow, I am buying her elastic waistband pants. Mia makes a tiny sound of agreement, dips her head low, exposing a slender stretch of pale neck that looks impossibly well behaved. I stand behind her and switch on the dryer. My fingers, clumsy but careful, work through her damp strands of hair. The warm air stirs up something light and milky sweet, mixing with the body wash scent and drifting straight into my nose. Mia keeps her head down, feeling the warm air in my clumsy but gentle hands, and lets her eyes drift half shut with quiet comfort. In this moment, she looks exactly like a lazy cat enjoying a slow grooming. Neither of us speaks. The only sound is the low hum of the dryer. The awkwardness from earlier melts away without me noticing, replaced by something quiet and warm and just a little charged. My heartbeat gradually settles. I look at the girl in the mirror, cheeks lightly flushed, eyes closed in quiet enjoyment, and for a second I think, maybe bringing this little troublemaker home wasn't such a bad thing after all. When the hair is about 70% dry, I switch off the dryer. That's enough. Over-drying damages it. Let the rest air dry. Thank you, Ethan, Mia says softly, reaching up to touch her now fluffy hair, the corners of her lips lifting in a smile so sweet it's almost too much. I glance at the clock. It's getting late. Hey, tomorrow morning I'm taking you to the mall. You need some clothes that actually fit. At that, Mia's head snaps up and starts shaking fast. No, it's okay. I'm fine in these. Don't waste your money. That's not an option. I cut her off. You can't wear my old clothes every day. My gaze drifts to the slipping neckline, that flash of white skin underneath, and my throat moves. Doesn't fit at all. Mia follows my line of sight down to her hand clenching the waistband and the gaping neckline. Her face floods red again and she can't get a single word out. You jerk. Where was he just looking? Doesn't he know that area is completely off limits for a girl? But Ethan is clearly a good person. He's so good looking too. He can't be some creep. Definitely not. Mia talks herself through the whole thing internally and concludes she is in fact very clever. Fine, that's settled, I say, leaving no room for argument. Get some sleep. The guest room is ready for you, fresh sheets and all. Mia nods obediently, still gripping that rebellious waistband, shuffling toward the guest room. At the doorway she stops, turns around. Her eyes are as clear as spring water, her voice soft as cotton. Ethan, good night. Those two quiet words drift over me like a feather brushing my heart. Something in my chest trembles. Good night. The next morning, the first light of dawn slips through the curtain gap and lands on my face. I sit up half asleep, reach for my phone out of habit and check the time. 9:30. Muscle memory from years of trading kicks in. I open the stock app. The next second, I'm fully awake. That forgotten garbage stock I wrote off months ago is green across the board, locked at the daily gain limit. I mutter, when luck comes, nothing can stop it, and my fingers move fast. I cash out without hesitation. A seasoned trader's rule, take the win and run. I watch the tens of thousands of yuan land in my account. My mood lifts immediately. It's no fortune, but it's enough for right now. Enough to get the little stray I brought home a proper wardrobe. I shuffle out of my bedroom in my slippers, and my nose catches something. A rich, golden fried egg smell hits me. Why does my apartment smell like food? I follow the scent and find a small figure in the kitchen, back turned to me, wearing my big tee. Her lower half looks like it forgot to show up. Those long, pale legs are practically blinding. She's stretching up on her tiptoes for the overhead cabinet, and the oversized hem rides up, revealing a strip of creamy, smooth waist and a flat belly that makes my blood run hot. I cough loudly and look away with a guilty conscience. Eyes to yourself. Eyes to yourself. Mia startles and spins around, clutching a bag of noodles. Ethan, you're up. She quickly drops back onto her heels, flustered. I just wanted to make you breakfast. A small thank you for taking me in. I walk over, taking in her adorably flustered little face. The noodles are already bubbling in the pot, a golden fried egg nestled beside them. Oh, you can cook. Mia nods, cheeks rosy. Back home I cooked every day. My mind flashes to the file. A gambling father, a mother gone too young. Something aches in my chest. I don't ask anything more. I just look at the pot bubbling away and say sincerely, that smells incredible. Looks like you know what you're doing. At the compliment, Mia's eyes light up instantly, like a kid who just got candy, a wide, sweet smile breaking across her face. It'll be ready soon, Ethan. Go wash up. Sunlight falls across her profile. Her lashes flutter like butterfly wings. Looking at that pure, guileless smile, I suddenly feel like this morning is something special. Not just because of the food. It's because this place finally has the warmth of another person in it. I guess a home really does need someone else in it to feel like one. But once she gets better, once she grows up, once she finds her footing in this big bright world, this little bird is going to fly away eventually. Ethan, why are you just standing there? Her soft, puzzled voice pulls me back. Nothing. Quick, eat before the noodles get soggy. Ethan, I'm already eating. Try some too. How is it? It's really good. What I don't tell her is that this is the first time a girl has ever made me breakfast. By the way, you came to the city to go to school, right? Looks like it's almost time. At the mention of school, something uncertain and panicked flickers across Mia's face. Her fingers clutch her hem tight. I don't want to go. Don't say that. I put on my most serious face, the firmest tone I have. You're exactly the age you should be in school. What else are you going to do? Well, Ethan, shouldn't someone your age have a job by now? Mia fires back weakly. What do kids know? Stay out of adult business. And I'm not a kid, I'm an adult, don't change the subject. Simple question, do you want to go to school or not? Yes or no? If you want to, then we go. Mia looks up at me, stunned. She stares at the certainty in my eyes. Then she bites her lip and gives a small, quiet nod. Something soft inside her breaks open. Her nose stings. Her eyes go red. Tears pool at the edge of her lashes. So school is actually something you can just go to if you want? No one had ever said that to her before. Her parents only ever said she was a waste of money and that school was pointless for a girl like her. Ethan, does school really matter for a girl? Her voice cracks with held back tears. I see it immediately, the shimmer gathering in her eyes. I don't know when those big eyes filled up completely. Of course it matters. You go to school for yourself. Every person has the right to an education. I'm at a loss. I can't figure out how she goes from fine to crying so fast. Her heart isn't just fragile on the outside. It's made of glass all the way through. What a heartbreakingly tender little crybaby. Ethan, can you just call me Mia from now on? She wipes her tears in this clumsy, obvious way, clearly thinking she's being subtle. The whole smudged mess falls right in my line of sight. Mia, why the sudden change? I ask, genuinely confused. No reason, it's a girl thing. Mia pouts, blinking those watery eyes, and for the first time, a tiny flash of playfulness crosses her face. Now Mia, eat up. Happy meal times never last long enough. Before I know it, I'm folding the last piece of fried egg into my mouth with a satisfied look. Not bad at all. This girl can actually cook. I instinctively glance across the table at her slurping noodles in tiny sips, and that neckline slides off again, exposing her collarbone and that patch of white. After breakfast I'm taking you shopping. At that, Mia freezes mid-bite. Her whole face says no. Ethan, please don't spend more money. We're going. My tone is final. I just made some money in the market. Perfect timing to get you sorted. You can't keep wearing my clothes. And even though I just paid back my dad, funds are admittedly a little tight right now, but my content earnings should come through soon. This much I can handle. And worst case, I sell more stock. It's fine. Really, is it okay? A flicker of longing crosses Mia's eyes. What girl can say no to new clothes? But she genuinely doesn't want to be a burden. What, scared of draining my savings? Should we both go sleep under a bridge? I can't help teasing her. That's not it. I'll only get cheap things. Mia looks down at what she's currently wearing, face going pink. Then, thank you, Ethan. Consider it a loan. I'll pay you back. We power through the rest of breakfast and head straight to the nearby mall. Consider it her introduction to the city. Mia sticks close behind me like a startled little quail, eyes drinking in the gleaming stores and unreachable mannequins in the windows, full of shy, wide-eyed wonder. I catch every bit of it but say nothing. I lead her straight into a casual fashion store aimed at young women. The moment we step inside, Mia is dazzled by the rows and rows of clothing, standing completely still, overwhelmed. This store is so big, she breathes, biting her lip, feet suddenly heavy as lead. Stop standing there, go look around. Whatever you like, just grab it. I give her shoulder a light pat to nudge her along. Thank you, Ethan. Mia agonizes for a long moment, then finally works up the nerve to drift toward the display. I'd specifically chosen an affordable store, partly because my wallet is complaining, partly because I didn't want to overwhelm a girl who has never seen much of the world. But from the look on Mia's face, you'd think we were in a luxury boutique. She touches the hangers with the tips of her fingers and flinches back every time she flips a price tag, as if she might break something. I shake my head and laugh quietly. I walk over and quickly grab a few fresh basic tees and blouses plus a little white dress and pile them into her arms. Try these. This is way too many, Ethan. Mia stares at the mountain in her arms, panicking. Less talking, just try them on. I steer her toward the fitting room. She shuffles along, creeping into the fitting room like a slow little snail. I drop into the waiting chair with the ease of a man fully committed to his role. The waiting. A long time passes. Finally, the curtain shifts open just a crack. Mia peeks out, face flushed pink, her voice barely a thread. Ethan, is this dress a little too short? I look up, my breath catches. The soft white square neck dress shows off her collarbone and swan-like neck perfectly, the cinched waist making her look impossibly slender, the hem stopping just above the knee. It's a completely normal length, but it makes those long pale legs look like they go on forever. Mia nervously yanks the hem down, refusing to meet my eyes. My throat goes tight. I give a strategic cough. It's fine, not short at all. College girls wear this all the time. I keep a straight face while fighting hard to keep my heartbeat in line. Just then a saleswoman finishes with another customer and bounces over with a big smile, eyes scanning back and forth between us, smiling in a way that says she knows exactly what's going on. Hey there, buying clothes for your girlfriend? No, she's not. I instinctively start to clarify, but a saleswoman who's seen it all doesn't give me the chance. Oh, you two are such a perfect match. Honestly made for each other. Though looking at those dark circles, you two must not have slept much last night, Take care of yourselves. She winked with her entire face, practically spelling it out in neon. Mia completely short circuits. Her face floods red, her little hand clamps onto my sleeve, wanting to disappear into the floor or hide directly behind me. You've got it wrong, we're not. I try one more time. Oh, I understand completely, I understand, she says with the all-knowing look of someone who has seen it all. Sweetie, come over here. These new arrivals would look amazing on you. And wow, what she pulls out makes my pics look tame. All off-shoulder, midriff bearing, bold little sets, the kind that scream dangerous innocence. Mia stares in total shock. Are these actually clothes that normal people wear? There's barely any fabric across the chest. If she had to walk out in that, she'd die of embarrassment. Mia's imagination runs wild immediately. She pictures herself wearing it and standing in front of me. She's practically steaming. In the end, I step in and take over, picking out a few basic tees and jeans, plus a few sets of proper underwear, and a pair of white canvas sneakers. Mia watches me swipe the card without a flinch, not even blinking. She hugs the shopping bags to her chest, head bowed like a little quail, murmuring quietly, "Ethan, I will pay you back every single penny of this, no matter what it takes." I reach over and ruffle her hair. "It's money the market gave me. Easy come, easy go. You don't need to pay it back. Let's go home." Home? Mia holds her bags like she's holding the whole world. She turns that word over slowly in her mouth. Something in her eyes lights up in a way I've never seen before. Back at the apartment, Mia buzzes around like a busy little bee, hanging each piece of clothing into the closet like it's something precious. I pour a glass of water and lean against the wall, watching her busy little back, a smile creeping onto my face without me noticing. So this is what it feels like to watch someone you've taken care of grow. When Mia finishes and turns around, her eyes land on the dusty digital photo frame on the TV stand. Old photos loop on the screen. "Ethan, is that you from before?" The smile on my face freezes. I walk over and pick up the frame, thumb gently brushing the dust from the screen. "Yeah, taken back in college. Ancient history. College." Mia looks thoughtful. Her cheeks go pink for no obvious reason. Back then she was probably just a little kid playing in the mud. That person in the photo, the one with the really sweet smile, Mia points at the bright girl in the picture, her voice dropping like she's confessing something. "Was she your girlfriend?" The air goes still for a few seconds. I flip the frame face down onto the cabinet with a sharp little click. An X. I say it like I'm talking about a stranger. "Long over." Mia catches the shift in my mood right away. Curiosity flickers in those clear eyes, but she's smart enough to let it go. Honestly, after going through all of that, I think I'm over it. I pull at the corner of my mouth in something uglier than a smile, my voice heavy with a tired, bitter self-mockery. "Love is a ghost. Everyone's heard of it. Barely anyone's actually seen it. All that talk about forever is nonsense. Better off alone from here on. I'm done believing in any of it." I stare out the window, blank, jaw set hard as stone, looking like someone who has truly shut his heart down and has no intention of opening it again. Mia stares at my profile. She hears it clearly, beneath the performance of strength, loneliness and heartbreak ready to spill over. Her own chest takes a sudden sharp hit, filling up with a thick, spreading ache. Why does watching Ethan hurt make her hurt too? Mia doesn't understand it and it frightens her a little. "Ethan, my heart feels a little heavy right now. My grandma always said when you feel sad, a hug makes it better. So, would you maybe want me to hug you?" My eyes go wide instantly. My whole expression locks up. My whole face is heating up at a terrifying speed. "Ethan, I was just kidding." Mia's voice comes out uncertain. She doesn't know what she said wrong, but covering your real feelings with a joke is the instinct of every genuinely sincere person. I turn toward her and let out a small smile. "Thank you." "Thank me for what?" Mia is completely confused. She literally just said it was a joke. What is this big dummy thanking her for? And she didn't even get to hug him. Something restless and unnamed stirs in her chest. The next morning, sunlight slips through the curtain gap and creeps across Mia's face. She's up unusually early today. Honestly, she barely slept. Just thinking about actually going to university registration fills her with equal parts excitement and dread. The night before, after I sat her down for a proper conversation, Mia opened up about a lot of her past. Not all of it, there were still gaps and things she glossed over, but I got enough. She really had come here to study, to the city known as a romantic mountain destination and tourist haven. But the reason she couldn't sleep last night wasn't only about school. Every time certain images crossed her mind, her face burned. When she finally drifted off in a half-sleep haze, she dreamed of winter. She dreamed of herself and Ethan together in a hotel hot spring. And then, oh no, why would a girl dream something like that? This is the first time Mia has ever felt this kind of embarrassment, this feeling that everything is off. When in doubt, search the internet. Yesterday, I had given her an old phone to start learning with. In no time at all, Mia found some answers that made absolutely no sense to her and left her face burning bright red. She nearly threw the phone across the room. When I yawn my way out of the bedroom, I immediately see Mia sitting perfectly upright on the living room couch. "Up this early? Did you eat?" Mia shakes her head, voice soft. "I actually just got up a little while ago. I threw something together. Ethan, try it. It really is just something simple." Mia trots into the kitchen and brings out 2 plates from the microwave, made from last night's leftover rice and some sausage. It might not taste great. 2 white ceramic plates, each holding 2 neat triangular rice balls topped with a careful sprinkle of sesame seeds. You don't need to make breakfast every morning. I used to skip it entirely, and honestly, breakfast never seemed like much. I pause, a flicker of something warm passing through my eyes. I pick one up and bite into it. This is good! My eyes light up. I finish it in a few bites and reach for the second one. It's really good. Actually really good. The rice balls are nothing fancy, honestly, but I can't explain why they taste so good to me. "What time did you get up to make these?" "Just a little early." Mia dips her head, fingers twisting together nervously, the tips of her ears going slightly pink. In truth, she had gotten up much earlier and fumbled through several failed attempts before managing to make ones that actually looked presentable. I watch that little expression of hers, desperately wanting praise but too shy to ask for it, and something in me quietly gives way. I know the truth but don't say a word. I reach out and mess up her bangs instead. "Thanks, little dummy." "I'm not a dummy. I'm Mia. Smart Mia." "Oh, you'll prove it someday, Ethan." Mia puffs out her cheeks and grumbles under her breath, but the corners of her mouth keep pulling up no matter how hard she fights it. After breakfast, I grab my car keys. "Let's go. I'll drop you at school." "Ethan, you're taking me yourself?" Mia's eyes go instantly bright. "What, you don't want to ride with me?" I tease her with a grin. "No, I love it. I just don't want to bother you. You owe me. Pay it back slowly." I laugh. "Okay," she says quietly. "So all of this counts as a debt." Mia's feelings get complicated all at once, a little tangled. She wants to give everything back, she really does. But even if she repays the money someday, that doesn't mean what she feels can be repaid. What can you even use to settle a debt like that? A word suddenly jumps into Mia's mind. Give herself to him. The thought barely forms before her face goes completely red. She bites her lip and drops her head, clutching the hem of her shirt with nervous, tight fingers. A little nervous? I glance over. Mia nods. But school isn't really what's got her nervous. It's Ethan. What's college actually like? A flicker of curiosity and confusion in her eyes. Same old? Classes, food, sleep, not that different from high school. Except nobody's riding you every day. I tap the steering wheel. You picked economics, right? Manageable workload. Good for your health too. Mia turns, surprised. How do you know my major? I pause a beat, then lie without blinking. You told me last night, forgot already? Mia blinks, confused. She has zero memory of saying that. I smile. Once we get there, go introduce yourself. It's time you made some new friends. I add, use the old phone I gave you for now. It handles daily stuff fine. I'll get you a proper study set up soon. I think back to the monthly transfers I used to make to Vanessa. If I'd saved all that money, I could have bought a full high-end gaming setup and still had enough left for dozens of fancy dinners. Every cent completely wasted. Mia nods dutifully. 2 seconds later, she realizes what I just said. She waves her hands in a panic. No, you can't keep spending on me. I wasn't exactly counting pennies when I took you in. I shake my head with a smile. I already sent you some living expenses. Just use it. I don't need it. Mia flails. I have money. I raise an eyebrow. From where? I do. Her voice shrinks. Her eyes drift. I narrow mine. A quiet smile. I let it go. When you run out, tell me. Mia exhales and quietly presses a hand to her chest. Good. He didn't push. But she really can't let him keep spending on her. We pull up to the university gates. The freshman check-in area is loud and packed. I park and walk Mia all the way to the College of Liberal Arts registration desk. The advisor is a woman in her 30s, black frame glasses, all business. Ms. Lee? I step forward. Hello. I ease Mia in front of me. This is my cousin Mia, here to register today. Ms. Lee pushes up her glasses, looks Mia over, then turns to me. Something shifts in her face. Her brow tightens. Your real cousin? Suspicion written all over her. Cousin on my mom's side, I say steady. Her health isn't great. Congenital heart condition. No intense physical activity. She can't get too emotionally worked up either. I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye on her. Ms. Lee's gaze moves back and forth between us. Then it lands on me. Where are her parents? I have the answer ready. Working out of town. They asked me to look after her. Her medical records are in the car. I can get them if needed. Mia stands to the side, wide-eyed. How does he know all of this? Ms. Lee is quiet for a moment. Then she turns sharply to Mia. What is this man to you? Mia blinks. He's Ethan. What kind of Ethan? Ms. Lee presses, eyes sharp. Mia's face goes completely red. Her fingers twist the hem of her shirt. She can't get a single word out. I sigh and step forward. Ms. Lee, you can see she's a terrible liar, but you should also be able to see I'm not here with bad intentions. If I were, I wouldn't have brought her here at all. I can't watch over her once she's on campus. That's why I'm trusting you. Anything comes up, contact me directly. I hand her a card, already prepared, my number and address on it. She examines it, then looks at me hard. Her expression softens slightly. All right, I'll keep an eye on her. But college isn't a daycare. At the end of the day, it's on the student. Understood, thank you, Ms. Lee. I nod and turn to Mia. I'll go get your training uniform, fill out the forms and wait here. Once I'm out of earshot, Ms. Lee leans in. Be straight with me. He's really not your boyfriend, or is he? She stops herself. She'd seen everything in this job. Mia's face burns hotter. She shakes her head hard. No, he's really just like a brother. Good. Ms. Lee nods. College is full of temptations. A girl like you especially needs to protect herself. Come to me if anything's wrong. Don't be so quick to trust people outside of school. Mia nods. But inside she quietly pushes back. Ethan is not a bad person. The murmur doesn't escape Ms. Lee. She sighs, caught between caution and helplessness. This girl is clearly pure and guileless. And that, Ms. Lee knows, is exactly the kind who gets taken advantage of. By the time I come back with the training uniform, Mia has finished all the paperwork. All done, she says softly. Ms. Lee said I can commute because of my condition. Perfect. I raise an eyebrow. Saves me the trouble of filing for commuter status. Mia looks up, startled. He'd already thought of that? I don't answer. I just shove the uniform into her arms. Here, try it on. Okay, she says softly. He can be blunt. But she realizes oddly that she doesn't mind at all. There's something she likes about being looked after. Just do what Ethan says. He means well. The uniform is comically oversized on her. Cuffs rolled up several times. The jacket hangs past her hips. She looks like a little kid raiding her parents' closet. It's too big. Mia tugs the hem, awkward. Doesn't matter. Still looks good on you. I'll swap it for a smaller size in a bit. I reach over and straighten her collar. Come on, let me show you the dorm. On the way to the dorm, I throw it out of nowhere. Did you apply for a student loan? Mia's eyes go wide. She nearly bites her tongue. I did. How does he know? She tried so hard to keep it from him. Which bank? How much? I keep going. Just the one the school works with. $8,000 a year. Her voice gets smaller with every word. Her head droops toward her chest. Her nose prickles. Her eyes are going red without her even realizing it. I look at that face. Too young, too honest to lie without blushing. And quietly exhale. Of course she went and took out a student loan behind my back. This dummy. Is $8,000 even enough? I ask flatly. Tuition and dorm fees are already over $5,000. The rest goes to living expenses. It's enough. It's definitely enough. Mia nods frantically. I don't eat much anyway. I don't say another word. I just reach over and ruffle her hair hard. You dummy. Mia freezes, staring at my back as I walk ahead. Is he mad? She jogs to catch up and tugs my sleeve carefully. Ethan, I'll pay back that loan myself. I promise. I won't run from it. She's close to tears. Her pale fingers grip the fabric tight. She doesn't even realize how heartbreaking she looks. Eyes glistening. He's already done so much. She just can't keep pulling him in. That's the cafeteria. Decent food, cheap prices. Library's over there. Go whenever you can. Convenience store down that way. Has everything you need. I don't touch what she said. I just keep walking, pointing out every corner of campus. We reach the dorm building. I hand her the backpack. I'll stay here. Boys aren't exactly welcome up there. Here's your room number and key. Be good to your roommates, but don't go sharing everything with everyone. Mia nods firmly. Keep your phone on you. Call me if anything happens. I add, pick me up tonight. Pick me up? Why? What else? I raise an eyebrow. You planning to actually live here? Bunk bed, 6 to a room, no air conditioning? Can your heart handle that? I actually can, she says quietly. Sure you can. I shake my head and cut her off. Have you ever lived with a group of people before? A pause. No. Mia drops her head, lips pressed tight, quiet, but with a face like hers, even pouting is dangerously cute. Then that's settled. Doctor's orders. No stress for your heart. Communal living is too unpredictable. Now go check out your room. I'll wait here. Something warm blooms in Mia's chest, and something bittersweet too. She nods and turns toward the building. Just before the door, she can't help looking back. I'm still standing there, waving. I'm just about to turn and swap the uniform, when something soft crashes into my chest. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you for coming with me today. Her voice is warm and soft, but the hug catches me completely off guard. I go still. It's only after her figure disappears entirely that I snap back. Wait, did this girl just hug me? Mia clutches her backpack and bolts up 3 flights of stairs. I settle into a cafe beside the dorm and check my phone. The fan group chat is flooded. I'd been off the grid for a while. Ever since the breakup. Why haven't you posted? Seriously, almost a week with nothing. Did he start dating someone? Are you kidding? He was already dating someone? I type back. Personal stuff going on. No time for restaurant reviews. Back in a couple of days. The second I send it, the chat explodes. So you did break up. I knew it. She was bad news. Good riddance. Don't be sad, E. Even if you die alone, we'll be sad for you. I watch these chaotic gremlins lose their minds and press my fingers to my temple. I type, stop speculating. Back on schedule in a few days. I close the chat and look up. 3 girls are coming out of the building. Mia's sandwiched between her 2 roommates, cheeks flushed. The moment she spots me, her eyes light up, then she immediately looks down. Shy. You're Ethan the food vlogger, right? Oh wow, I actually get to meet you in person. Yuki walks right up, bold as anything. We came down especially to walk your cousin out. Selena is holding back a grin beside her. Mia said she was worried you'd been waiting too long. She basically dragged us down here. I raise an eyebrow at Mia. She looks like she wants the ground to swallow her. I almost laugh. Thanks for looking out for her. I nod at the 2 of them. Mia doesn't know her way around much. I'm counting on you 2. Ooh, just Mia, so cozy. Is that his special nickname for her? Can we call her that too? I am totally shipping you 2. Send me a wedding invite. Yuki and Selena exchange a look and both start cheering. I don't mind. Thick skin. Mia, on the other hand, her face goes the color of a ripe peach. I turn to her. Got everything sorted? She nods, voice barely above a whisper. Ethan, can we go now? I catch the desperation in her eyes and get it immediately. We're heading out. Dinner on me sometime. Mia trails behind me like a little shadow all the way to the gate, then lets out a long breath. How are your roommates? I ask. They're great. Really warm, Mia says quietly. They just kept asking what you are to me. I glance at her. And what did you say? I said you were like a brother. She murmurs, eyes down. Wasn't that what you told? She sounds unsure even saying it. Good answer. I reach out to pat her head, then catch myself. Too familiar. I pull back and rub my nose, awkward. Right then, my phone rings. I check. It's Gabe. There's a new premium seafood buffet opening on the north side. I'm paying. You in? What have you even been doing? You're barely posting. Your hardcore fans are blowing up my phone. I've got him on speaker. Mia hears every word. Ethan, she says quietly. Am I getting in the way of your work? I shake my head. Not at all. I needed a break anyway. I was posting too much. Audiences need breathing room. But Mia keeps her head down, fingers twisting her sleeve. But they're all asking for you. Something about how small and guilty she looks makes me give in. I ruffle her hair. The second my hand touches her, Mia goes still. She bites her lip, but there's a quiet little thrill flickering in her eyes. He ruffled my hair. In public. Am I losing my mind? I said it's fine, but if you really feel that bad about it, come help me shoot. Help you? Shoot? Mia stares at me completely blank. Yo, are you coming or not? Gabe is still going. I'm paying, man. You seriously not coming? Next time. I hang up. We get to the car. I pull open the passenger door. I watch Mia settle in and buckle up before walking around to my side. Mia watches the city blur past the window in silence. Then, so quietly, Ethan, I'm never going to become a burden to you. She says it to the glass, like she thinks I can't hear, but I catch every word. I pause and turn. She's still looking out the window. The fading sun softens her profile, but there's a fragility underneath. Her eyes are going red again. She's biting her lip, holding on. Why would you say that? What makes you think you're a burden? I slow the car and ask gently. Mia looks down, barely audible. Because I'm holding up your work. Your audience keeps asking, and I keep spending your money. I'm quiet for a moment. Then I signal, pull over, and turn to face her fully. Look at me. She hesitates, then turns, right into my gaze. First, I say, word by word, stop calling yourself a burden. I haven't spent that much. Second, my work is my business. You don't need to worry about it. I pause. My voice softens. And everything I've done, no one made me do it. I wanted to. You understand? Widen slightly. Her lashes tremble. A gloss of tears builds at the edge. She opens her mouth, then closes it. Just nods. I look at her and shake my head with a quiet laugh. Dummy, how can anyone be this clueless? Then I think about how completely Vanessa had me fooled, and the laugh turns rueful. 2 dummies. Neither of us has any room to talk. 2 dummies. Actually sounds like a decent match. Wait, no. Ethan, stop. I shake it off and press the gas. The sunset catches the side of Mia's face. I reach for the rearview mirror, and accidentally catch her lashes, gilded gold by the light, skin like snow, soft and lovely in a way she doesn't seem to know. Beautiful. The word slips out. The sunset? Mia asks, puzzled. I meant you. The moment I say it, Mia's face goes as warm as the sky. Inside the seafood buffet, I hold up the camera and frame a shot of the beautifully plated sashimi. The lobster here is genuinely impressive. Fresh. With a satisfying bite. I keep my commentary smooth and professional, but out of the corner of my eye, Mia sits across from me, gripping her chopsticks, completely lost in front of the spread. All of this is just, help yourself. The dummy is tearing up. She's actually tearing up. I kill the recording and lean in, barely holding back a smile. What's wrong? Don't know where to start? Mia's face goes instantly red. Her fingers knot together. I've never had any of this before, she says, voice barely a whisper. Head down. The back of her neck is faintly pink. The loose collar of her hoodie has slipped just enough to show a glimpse of her collarbone. I watch her, all flustered and lost, and feel a tug of something I can't quite name. I pick up a shrimp, peel it clean, dip it in sauce, and set it on her plate. Try it. Mia looks up. Her eyes are bright. Thank you, Ethan, she says softly, and carefully lifts the piece to her mouth. The next second, her eyes light up like she's seeing stars. It's so good. Her eyes were filled with delight. Then she catches herself and covers her mouth, cheeks pink. I shake my head with a smile. I hit record again. On camera, I'm easy and smooth, witty, natural, entertaining, nothing like the guarded version of me most people know. Mia nibbles the shrimp I peeled for her and steals glances my way. He's really something when he's working. Then she remembers what Yuki said back in the dorm room. Mia, your guy is a pretty well-known local food vlogger. He used to bring his girlfriend on camera all the time. Back then, something had quietly snagged in Mia's chest. Now, watching me talk effortlessly into the camera, a flicker of conflict crosses her eyes. A moment passes, she bites her lip. When I pause recording again, she speaks up softly. Ethan, what's up? I look at her, hesitating, cheeks already red. Her fingers twist the hem of her sleeve. Her voice gets smaller. Ethan, could you film me too? The second it's out, she wants to disappear. Her ears are burning red. She regrets it the moment she speaks, but it's already out there. She's mortified, heart in a tangle. How could she do something so out of line? I blink, genuinely caught off guard. Since when did you want to be on camera? I do. She trails off, nothing more coming. What, because she heard my ex used to appear on camera? She could never say that out loud. I watch her squirm, embarrassed, adorable, and I've basically figured it out. This girl's got a competitive streak. I feel like messing with her. Being on camera's not a bad idea, but you'd have to act natural. Not like right now, head buried in your chest. Before the words are even out, Mia's head snaps up. She sits bolt upright. I can do it. The movement is so sudden her elbow nearly sends the juice flying. I catch the cup in time, but my grin is out of control. This dummy is genuinely too much. Easy, nobody's rushing you. Just then a familiar voice comes from the aisle. What the heck, you said you weren't coming, and you just brought a girl instead? I turn around. Gabe is standing in the aisle, jaw dropped. His eyes dart back and forth between me and Mia like he can't process what he's seeing. Gabe clutches his chest like he's been personally wronged. Don't play dumb. You only asked me because your girlfriend bailed on you. And didn't you just say you were broke? But somehow you can afford a seafood buffet and I can't be here? My family doesn't own this place, you know. If you can eat here, so can I. You turned down my invite and turned right around to come here with a girl. Did you even think about how that makes me feel? Gabe sputters like I've stabbed him in the lung. He grumbles a few more seconds. Then his gaze shifts. He flashes Mia a big grin. Hey Mia, good to see you again. Mia smiles back, a little flushed. Hi. Don't be nervous. I'm one of the good ones. Just like Ethan over there. Gabe's still grinning. Then he looks up and meets my death stare. He immediately rubs his nose and looks away. Speaking of which, Gabe's face falls. Ugh, yeah. My girlfriend's been impossible lately. Always working late. Can't get her to show up for anything. He grumbles. Then something clicks. His expression goes serious. Hey, remind Mia, don't walk alone at night. There's been a stalker in this area. My expression shifts. Since when? Just recently, Gabe says. Multiple reports, no arrest yet. He glances at his phone. Oh shoot, I gotta go. Got a gaming session. He catches the look on my face and nearly bursts out laughing. Got you. One little prod and you showed your hand. But underneath the amusement, Gabe feels genuinely pleased. You want good things for the people you care about. Vanessa was never right for him. Mia, though, she's a good fit. I frown, turning it over. The stalker thing is serious. I'll have to pick Mia up and drop her off every day from now on. But then I think back to that smirk on Gabe's face as he left, and it hits me. That guy was testing me, and I walked right into it. After we finish eating, I shoot a few more cutaway clips. Then I finally get up and head out with Mia. The street outside is lit up. Night breeze cool. Mia blinks and says quietly, Ethan, that seafood was really expensive. Can we not go somewhere so pricey next time? I raise an eyebrow. What, you didn't like it? No. Mia shakes her head hard. It was amazing, but it's such a waste of money. I ruffle her hair. You dummy. This is a work meal. It's expensed. It isn't actually. I just don't want her feeling guilty. Mia nods, half understanding, and clearly buys it completely. Come on. There's a buy one get one deal at that tea shop. I point down the street. Newly opened place skimps on drinks. I'm actually thirsty. I'll get them. My treat, Ethan. Wait here. Don't wander off. Mia's flustered, but her eyes are firm. She doesn't wait for an answer and trots off toward the shop. I watch her cross the street in the evening light. Bright, young, full of energy. A smile creeps onto my face. How can this dummy be so endearing? But the good mood doesn't last. Ethan, a cold, clear voice from behind me. My ex, Vanessa, of course. I turn around. She's standing a few feet away in a blazer, that familiar fake smile in place. It really is you. She steps closer, looks me over, tone breezy. Shooting restaurant reviews alone? Not really your style. Can't find anyone to eat with these days? The dig is obvious. I can't help but laugh. Sounds like someone's worked up. First time I've seen her like this. What's so funny? Vanessa bites her lip, a barely there frown. She doesn't like my reaction at all. Nothing. My voice is flat. I smile. Just thinking, you really haven't changed. Vanessa's face darkens. She hates this about me. Nothing to his name, yet always so unbothered. Like nothing can touch him. Whether I've changed isn't the point. Her voice drops a degree. You are, Ethan. Look at yourself. After everything we had, all those years, my youth, wasted on a man who can't get his act together. What are you going to give me back for that? Her voice climbs, tears threatening now. She stares at me, searching for shame, for guilt. But something's off. Why does he look more amused by the second? I'm about to turn and walk away, when a small, cool hand closes around my right hand. Warm and soft. Time stops. Vanessa's eyes go wide, mouth open, frozen. One look at that flawless, guileless face, and something in Vanessa's chest goes tight. Irritation surges. Then a soft, slightly shy voice. Ethan. Orchid latte, low sugar. I remembered you said you like it that way. I take a slow breath. Not because of the drink. Because my heart needs a moment. She went to get drinks. Why is she holding my hand? This girl is wrecking me. I look down. Mia's holding 2 cups, looking up at me. Eyes, bright, like Vanessa doesn't exist. Vanessa's gaze sweeps over Mia. That impossibly pretty face, the pale, slender neck, those long legs. Her eyes go cold. Who are you? Mia seems to notice Vanessa for the first time. Her eyes widen slightly. She edges closer to me. Ethan, who is she? Before I can answer, Vanessa cuts in, cold and deliberate. I'm his girlfriend. She drags out the last word, eyes dropping pointedly to our joined hands. And what are you to him? Mia's face goes red. She instinctively tries to let go. I tighten my grip. Sorry, not girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. No emotion in my voice. The words aren't really for Vanessa. They're for the girl standing next to me, holding 2 cups of tea. Before I can say more, Mia seems to gather herself. She steps half a step forward and looks up at Vanessa. Her voice is soft, but there's something solid underneath it. Ethan, you should drink your tea. The staff said the cream has to be had within 5 minutes or it won't taste right. Her voice is timid, but there's an unmistakable stubbornness in it. Something warm surges in my chest. I take the cup and take a sip. Good. Mia's eyes brighten. Something invisible hums between us, a quiet current that shuts out everything else. Vanessa stands there, face going pale then flushed. She looks at Mia's flawless face, then at the way I've softened, and something clogs in her chest. But she can't lose it in front of a girl like this. She forces a stiff smile. How sweet of you. But a word of advice, be practical when it comes to guys. Being caring isn't enough. A man needs financial stability. She glances at me meaningfully. Otherwise he can't even afford a wedding. Such a shame. Mia makes a small sound. I catch the exact moment the light in her eyes dims. She looks at me. In what fills her eyes isn't disappointment or sadness. It's something aching and full. It's pity. Ethan, so this is what your relationship was like. I'm glad you got out. You should never have to go through something like that again. Mia bites her lip. The feeling in her eyes is spilling over. Something shifts across my face. An emotion I can't name spreads through my chest. Vanessa stares. What kind of expression is that? She can't read it at all. Her fingers press tight together, like throwing a punch at nothing. She looks at Mia's earnest face, then at me, clearly trying not to laugh, and opens her mouth. Nothing comes out. Ethan, after everything we had, you can really just let it go? She waits. I've drunk half the tea. She finally plays the card. Give me a break, I say. You were the one who broke up with me. I love you, but I can't wait forever. I quote it back at her, word for word, with a smile. Vanessa snaps. She shoots me one furious glare, spits out, don't come crying to me, and storms off. I watch her go and shake my head. The past is the past. Nothing worth holding on to. I turn to Mia. She's quietly pressing a hand to her chest, exhaling like she just survived something. Not bad, Mia. I raise an eyebrow. Didn't know you had that in you. Little piranha. Mia's face goes red. She looks down and mumbles, I wasn't trying to bother her. I just wanted you to drink your tea. Her fingers twist at her sleeve. Even the tips of her ears are red. I look at her, and something in me goes completely soft. I reach over and ruffle her hair. Let's go home. Mia nods. She quietly takes my hand again, but this time I can feel her trembling, more than before. Hey, I stop. The girl who was smiling a minute ago, her eyes are tinged red now. Lamplight falls soft across her face. This girl who was clearly terrified, but still stepped in front of me. Something in a corner of my chest takes a sharp hit. Nothing, she says. Mia drops every wall. She's always like this with me. Completely unguarded, emotions rushing in without warning. You were worried about me? I look at her and smile. Enough to cry over it? I see the tears in her eyes and wonder for a second if I'm reading too much into this. Then Mia nods hard. Ethan, can I hug you? She bites her lip. A tear rolls down. She can't hold it back. A hug. I think of a joke I never finished, and something stirs deep in my chest. Is this what it feels like? I hesitate for 1 second, then feeling wins. Dummy. I step forward and pull this little crybaby into my arms. I'm not a dummy. Mia is very smart. She hiccups through the tears. The hug breaks her open, crying and laughing at once, face a total mess. Okay, you're a very smart crybaby. No, I'm not a crybaby. I hold her gently. Something warm runs through me. Okay, no more crying. I'm here. Ethan, will you always be here? I pause, then I nod. Yes. Around the corner, Vanessa hasn't gone far. She looks back and sees them. Her heart skips. Something sour and regretful floods in fast. She shakes her head hard, pushes it down. What does it matter? He's broke, no future. She made the right call. So why does watching him smile at someone else hurt this much? Vanessa bites her lip and disappears into the dark. The next day, a voice from inside the advisor's office at Shancheng University. I knock and step in. Ha, Ethan. here to pick up Mia again? Ms. Lee was filling out paperwork. The moment she sees me, she brightens. A completely different woman from registration day. Mia has been wonderful these past 2 weeks. She can't do intense exercise, but she still helps carry things, hands out water. Everyone loves her. I lean against the desk and smile without thinking. Yeah, that's her. Terrified of being a burden to anyone. Ms. Lee studies me. Mia tells me you come every day, and that you rearranged your whole schedule for it. I shake my head. It's nothing. My schedule's flexible anyway. I just don't feel right letting her walk alone. Ms. Lee smiles. Honestly, at first I thought you might be up to something. I was wrong. Her tone turns sincere. What you've done for this girl, even a real brother might not go this far. I pause and rub my nose. An image flashes through my mind. One I shouldn't be thinking about. This praise is not entirely deserved. I change the subject fast. She looks fragile, but inside she's stubborn as anything. Ms. Lee sighs. She told me quietly, she's going to study hard and pay you back every cent. She said that to me too. I shake my head. I never expected her to. What worries me more is her health. Her next checkup is probably in winter. Ms. Lee gives me a long look, which is exactly why I said you're not an ordinary person. Then she pivots. By the way, are you single? Something shifts in her eyes. These 2 kids, they'd actually make a lovely pair. Where did that come from? I'm still scrambling for an answer when the door taps open. Ms. Lee, I'm turning in my training reflection. Mia's head peeks around the door. She sees me. Her eyes light up instantly. Ethan, what are you doing here? The oversized training uniform makes her look even more slight than usual. I take her documents and pass them to Ms. Lee, then pull a cold water bottle from my bag and hand it to her. Just passing by, figured I'd take you home. She beams. Thank you. She takes a sip, eyes curving. She's so much more cheerful than 2 weeks ago, Ms. Lee remarks. Making water taste sweet now. Ms. Lee watches us, a warm, knowing smile spreading across her face. She can't help herself. Mia's cheeks go pink. Ms. Lee signs the documents, still smiling. All right, military training is officially over. Go rest up. Thank you, Ms. Lee. Mia bows politely, then immediately grabs my sleeve. We'll head out now. Go, go. Ms. Lee shakes her head, watching us leave. Young people these days. She's still smiling as we disappear through the door. Outside, the sun is warm and sharp. I take her backpack. It's heavy. What's in here? Water and snacks from classmates, Mia says, a little sheepish. They kept insisting. I only took stuff from the girls. I turned down everything from the guys. Nobody asked. I ruffle her hair with a grin, but inside I feel something. She huffs. What? I could tell you'd want to know. Is it weird that I kind of did? Just then a few girls catch up, grinning. Mia, is this the one who picks you up every day? He's really good looking. Yuki grins. No wonder Mia disappears the second class ends every night. Selena joins in. Right? We couldn't figure out where she kept vanishing to. Stop it, I don't run. I just don't want Ethan waiting too long. Mia protests, face red. I watch her flustered face and laugh. I nod at the 2 roommates. Thanks for looking after Mia. Dinner on me sometime. The easy, affectionate way he says her name sets everyone off. The girls burst out laughing. Come on, Selena, we are not being the third wheels here. We'll leave you 2 alone. Bye, Mia. Bye, brother-in-law. That last word hits Mia like a bucket of cold water. Her eyes go wide. Her face goes the color of a ripe apple. My brain short-circuits for a second. That's a serious joke to be making. Wait, Mia is an adult. Nothing about this is technically, but 8 years is a real gap. I shake my head at myself with a helpless laugh. What have I been thinking lately? Mia watches the roommates leave and mumbles, red-faced. They're always like that, don't take it seriously. I pat her head and decide to mess with her. I don't mind. They're cute, especially the one with short hair. Seems like a fun personality. Mia stops walking, goes stiff. Yuki is popular, she says, voice dry. A lot of guys like her. The sourness in her tone is impossible to miss. Her eyes are already getting watery. I see the danger and immediately backtrack. Dummy, I was joking. All of them combined aren't as cute as my Mia. Mia looks up, wide-eyed. Her eyes go bright as stars. The tears evaporate. She turns her face away, shy. Who's your? Dappled sunlight falls across her flushed profile. Long lashes cast faint shadows. Her lips, slightly pursed, catch the light. I stare a beat too long. My heart drops a beat without permission. The moment we're home, Mia tears off the training uniform and changes into shorts and a tee. Those long, pale legs are suddenly everywhere in the living room. She sorts through the gifts from training and chatters away. Ethan, were you just looking at my legs? I was zoning out, and the question cuts right through it. I clear my throat awkwardly. They're impossibly long and pale. I have no business imagining anything beyond that. Of course, as a man of integrity, I was thinking absolutely nothing of the sort. A principled man has a clear conscience. Looking is instinct. Even a saint would look twice. Admitting it out loud is another matter entirely. And then the doorbell rings. Thank goodness. I seize the excuse and bolt for the door. It's Gabe. He's holding a cardboard box and looks deeply wronged by life. I'm the most put-upon man in the world. Here again, doing your dirty work. Watch your mouth. Mia's here. I say it with a grin. Oh, Mia. Gabe rolls his eyes. Fine. Here's all the junk you asked for. Laptop, tablet, camera. I have no idea why I'm digging up these antiques. Didn't we agree back at graduation? Store them at my dad's place, open them in 10 years like a time capsule? Special circumstances. You wouldn't get it. I shake my head and call out, Mia, come here a sec. Mia trots over, blinking at me with those big, curious eyes. This is the tech I used in college. It's just sitting around, take it. You won't let me buy you anything new. This is just recycling. No excuse to say no. I set the box on the coffee table. Mia opens it. The items are old, but clearly well cared for. She starts waving her hands immediately. No, I can't accept this. Gabe flops onto the couch. Just take it. It's collecting dust. He bought this tablet saying he'd learned to draw. Used it maybe 3 times before it became the late-night movie machine in the dorm. I shoot him a look. Gabe zips his mouth shut and mimes locking it. I turn to Mia. This model isn't worth much anymore anyway, but it's more than enough for reading slides and taking notes. College assignments pile up. A phone won't cut it. At the mention of writing, Mia's eyes light up. And not because of homework. She's been looking for a place to put something down. Seriously, can you two stop making hard eyes at each other in the middle of the day? Gabe senses what's coming and gets up. Right. I've got things to do. I'm out. I see him out, set down the laptop and press the tablet into Mia's hands. Take it. Consider it a gift for surviving military training. Mia runs her fingers over the cool metal casing. After a long pause, she says softly, "Thank you, Ethan. When I earn money someday, I'll pay you back." "Sure," I say with a smile. "No rush. I don't really take it that seriously." Then a notification pops up on my phone. I stare at it. "What?" Mia leans in curiously. I tilt the screen toward her. "The buffet video just went viral, hit 1 million views. Seems I'm pretty popular right now." In the video, Mia's taking tiny bites of ice cream. The comments are wall to wall. She's adorable. Everyone wants her contact. Mia stares at the screen, genuinely baffled. So many people. She assumes it's because I shoot good videos. Nothing to do with her. "Thank you for that." I ruffle her hair. "Half the comments are fans here for you, not me. So next time, can we shoot together again?" Mia blinks. Knowing the views translate to money, knowing it helps, she feels quietly pleased with herself. "What are you grinning about?" I look at her, baffled. This dummy's smile is genuinely devastating. I'm not smiling. Mia's cheeks go pink and she buries her face like an ostrich. After my shower, I find Mia cross-legged on the couch, tablet in her arms, writing with careful deliberate strokes. "What are you up to?" I stroll over and ask. She's in her new pajamas, neckline slightly loose, legs curled, little toes hooked, soft and still as a cat. She hears me and immediately kills the screen, hiding the tablet. "You're done?" Her pretty face is full of guilty panic. I raise an eyebrow, grinning. "What's with the secrecy?" "Nothing, nothing." Mia waves her hand. "Just writing in my journal." I unlock my phone. The cloud sync never lies. Right there in the notes app, a draft title stares back at me. Mia's rebirth diary. This dummy is writing a novel. I can barely hold back a laugh. "Get some sleep. Don't wear yourself out. Training was rough." "It wasn't rough at all. You're the one who had it rough, picking me up every single day." Mia shakes her head and retreats to her room, tablet clutched to her chest. "You're the one who's been working hard. Go to sleep." An hour later, I'm lying in bed, wide awake. Thinking back over these weeks, everything has shifted in ways I didn't see coming. Knock, knock, knock. A timid sound from outside my door. I get up and open it. Mia is standing there hugging a pillow, face impossibly soft in the light. "What's wrong?" She looks up at me, eyes bright, voice like something weightless. "Ethan." Just my name. No title. It stops me cold. Mia bites her lip. "Could I call you that sometimes, without the other part?" She looks down after saying it. The way she'd been calling felt polite, distant. She doesn't want that anymore. I blink. "I'm 8 years older than you. Maybe just call me uncle." Mia scrunches her face, mimics my glare, then bolts back to her room and nearly trips over herself on the way. "It's just a name. Whatever makes you happy," I call after her, laughing quietly. "Good night, Ethan." Her eyes are bright enough to light the hallway, like she's just unlocked something. Too excited to. "Good night, dummy Mia." I smile. Very smart and very clever Mia. Mia puts her hands on her hips and huffs. Summer fades into fall. I sit at my desk, fingers tapping idly, eyes drifting toward the couch without meaning to. Mia is cross-legged on the couch, wrestling with homework. Pen in hand, brow furrowed, completely focused. Shansheng's autumn hits fast. It's barely 50 degrees outside and the wall heater's already running, yet inside we're still in light clothes. Not that I'm complaining. I've always run warm. And the view. This homework is brutal. Ethan, come help me. I don't get it." Mia looks up suddenly and catches me staring with zero shame. She blinks, like a lazy cat, then looks away as if nothing happened. We know each other well enough by now. If I want to look, I'll look. I clear my throat with purpose and sit down beside her. "Which one?" Her shower-fresh scent hits me immediately. I instinctively lean back and take the textbook. "This economics model. I can't figure it out." She leans in to point at the page. Her hair brushes my arm. Barely there, but I feel it, like a small shock. I pull my focus back to the problem. "This, easy. Pay attention. Look here." Mia picks things up fast. Every time I explain something, she gets it almost immediately. Never takes much effort. "You're really smart." I give her a genuine thumbs up. "Of course. Whose Mia do you think this is?" She seems to genuinely enjoy being doted on like this. That stops me. Has she been getting more flirtatious lately? No. Impossible. Absolutely not. By the time we finish, it's nearly dark. I glance at the window. "Want to catch a movie?" "A movie?" Mia sits straight up. "With you? Really?" "Yeah. You've never actually been to a theater, have you?" "The theater's close." We walk over. Mia practically bounces with every step, ponytail swinging, and the sunset catches her lashes and turns them gold. Something about that moment stops me cold. Is it really that exciting? I can't help laughing. "Of course it is." Her eyes are full of tiny sparks. "Why though?" I push. "Because," she starts, then flashes a sly grin. "Not telling you," and she darts ahead. The sunset lights up her profile like something out of a painting. Inside the theater, I grab a cola and popcorn. When I get back, she's staring up at a movie poster, completely lost in thought. The lobby light is so soft on her face it's almost unfair. "Popcorn?" I'd already bought it. Those curious eyes were glued to the machine the whole time. Didn't need to ask. "I've never had it before." Mia shakes her head, staring at the bucket like it's a foreign object. "First time for everything. Go ahead." Mia purses her lips. She is curious, but last time Ethan took her to that authentic Hangzhou cuisine place and swore it was 100% authentic, she called him a liar and a villain afterwards. The fish looked beautiful. Tasted like a crime against nature, but this time I haven't let her astray. The second the popcorn hits her tongue, her eyes go wide. "It's good. It's so good." I watch her chipmunk cheeks working away with complete satisfaction, and my grin just takes over. "You little food monster." I tease. Mia shakes her head like a rattle drum. I am not a food monster. Then who's been going left, right, without stopping? Mia doesn't know what you're talking about. She gives me the most innocent look, then grabs another fistful and shoves it in. The movie wraps up fast. Generic coming-of-age plot, but they'd squeezed in every emotional beat possible. Only reason I picked it was everything else was worse. That was so sad, that poor girl, how could he make her do that? They were already married! Mia takes the tissue I hand her and blows her nose hard. They worked so hard to be together. We're almost at the exit, people are staring. Actually they got divorced after that. The second I say it, Mia lets out a wail and cries even harder. Disaster. I want to smack myself. Why would I say that? I shut up immediately. Ethan, what if— Mia starts, eyes wet. Then whatever she was about to say hits her and her face goes bright red. She swallows it. Something like, what if she had his baby? But that's way too far ahead. And she doesn't even entirely know how any of that works. Her biology teacher always skipped that chapter. The textbook was no clearer. Ethan, do you know specifically what a guy and a girl have to do to have a baby? She looks up at me, completely genuine. Mia's little comment about having kids hits me like a thunderbolt. I'm completely blindsided. My brain just short circuits. I can't get a single word out straight and my face burns red all the way to my ears. Of course she acts like she's just discovered something amazing, pointing right at me and gasping, wait, you're blushing too? I awkwardly look away and laugh it off. Let's talk about that later, way later, she nods sweetly. Okay, later it is. Those innocent eyes make my guilt spike through the roof. She clearly has no idea what that really means. Whatever I say goes. We barely step out of the mall when the sky decides to throw a tantrum and it starts pouring. I curse myself for not driving. I spot a convenience store across the street and decide to make a run for it. I'm tough enough. A little rain won't kill me. But Mia is fragile as glass. If she gets sick, that's a whole disaster. Stay here, I'll grab an umbrella. I'm just about to take off when a small ice-cold hand yanks me back. I turn around and there she is, biting her lip, that stubborn little look on her face. You'll get soaked. I try to explain but she won't let go. Can you just listen for once? I sigh. No. She actually talks back for the first time ever. Flat out refuses. If I go buy an umbrella, I'll get wet too. Does that not matter? I go completely silent. Vanessa used to just blame me for forgetting the umbrella. She never once cared what happened to me. Sure, we could take a cab, but we'd still get soaked walking into the building. Same result either way. I'm about to mention a backup plan when Mia suddenly tilts her head up and looks at me, eyes full of starlight. Ethan, don't you want to run through the rain with me? And just like that, like I'm under some kind of spell, I nod. We dive into the rain together, and she takes off like a kid set free, laughing and running, her soaked hair plastered against her cheeks. I follow close behind, watching that light, carefree silhouette, and I feel something rise in my chest. Something I haven't felt in a long time. Something pure and simple. By the time we make it back downstairs, we're both completely soaked. In the elevator, Mia hangs her head, and then out of nowhere, lets out a massive sneeze. See? You're getting sick. I grumble out loud, but inside I'm worried sick. It's fine, she says, rubbing her rosy little nose, eyes shining brighter than any light in the elevator. Today was so much fun. Those words stop me cold. Back home, I hustle her straight into the bathroom and head to the balcony to cool off in the cold air. Out of habit, I open Mia's rebirth diary. As her #1 silent reader, I realize pretty fast, this is no rebirth story. It's basically Mia's personal love diary. I flip to the latest chapter, and the title hits me. Running in the Rain Together. Posted 3 hours ago. The top comment reads, running in the rain together is literally a cheat code for falling in love. My heart skips a beat. I'm still processing that when the bathroom door cracks open and a small, dripping, soft little hand reaches out. Ethan, I forgot my towel. Can you grab one? I'm internally screaming, this girl is going to be death of me. But I just call back, coming, and rush to hand it over. My fingertips accidentally graze that soft warmth, and I feel like I've grabbed a live wire. By the time she comes out toweling her hair, my face is still burning. What's wrong with you? Your face is so red, she leans in to ask. Same as you. Just happy, I shoot back with a grin mimicking her tone, and that's how our little life goes. Quiet, unhurried, and somehow sweeter than anything I've known. The weekend rolls around and I'm at my desk doing research when the door quietly opens. Mia walks in cradling a slice of tiramisu, grinning ear to ear. Afternoon tea time! I instinctively reach for the browser to close the tab. Too slow. She sets down the cake and her eyes land on my screen. Heart valve replacement surgery. Cost estimate. The air goes still. I clear my throat and grab the cake. Thanks, perfect timing. I'm starving. Mia doesn't say a word. Her fingers twist the hem of her shirt and her eyes fill with something warm and aching. She knows I've been worrying about her condition, even researching surgery costs. The truth is, she's been grinding away at her novel too, earning some money, though it's nowhere near the hundreds of thousands the surgery will cost. She just doesn't want to owe me more. How could she ever confess her feelings to someone she's already so indebted to? This cake is great. Where'd you get the spending money? I tease, trying to cheer her up. Secret. I have my own savings. She lifts her chin. Working part-time, thank you very much. She puffs up her little chest like a squirrel guarding its stash. I play dumb and nod along, even though I already know exactly what she's up to. I've just taken the apple she peeled for me when the doorbell blares out of nowhere. Usually it's only Gabe who shows up unannounced, but that guy is currently posting vacation photos online. Confused, I get up to answer. Mia freezes like a startled rabbit, looks down at her thin pajamas, and quietly slips back to her room to change. I open the door, and there stands a middle-aged man who looks about 50% like me, briefcase in hand, shoulders still damp from the rain. Dad, Why are you here? I'm completely floored. I'm your father. Why can't I come? Victor grunts and strides right into the living room. He's just about to light a cigarette when the bedroom door opens, and Mia walks out freshly changed. For one whole second, the room goes dead silent. I take one look at my dad's frozen face and think 2 words, we're done. There is no explanation in the world that's going to save me now. I look at the old man, Victor, and his expression is priceless. I kind of want to laugh. He pulls off his glasses, rubs his eyes, then opens them wide again. Those sharp old businessman eyes, jaw hanging open. Mia, meanwhile, turns beet red like a startled little bird, and instinctively steps behind me, head down, voice barely above a whisper. Hello, sir? Victor blinks, nods slowly, then snaps his gaze to me. Full interrogation mode. Girlfriend? Friend. I keep my face calm, helplessly spreading my hands. A friend wearing slippers in your apartment. Victor gives me a look, his eyes sweeping the balcony like a radar, women's clothes hanging out to dry, then settling back on Mia. I can read every layer of that complicated look. The kid, that Vanessa before was no good. Now he's broke, but his taste is upgraded. Trading up, huh? I watch him try to act authoritative while clearly dying to interfere, and I think, this man really has no business sticking his nose in. A friend stays over and I need to file a report? I fire back. My name is on the lease. I decide who stays here. Do I need to submit a formal application? Victor looks like he might combust from how infuriating I am. He's about to slam the table when Mia quietly slips into the kitchen and calls back, face flushed. Please have a seat, sir. I'll get you some water. Watching her little figure bustle around, I feel something warm settle in my chest. Victor quietly gives me a thumbs up, leaning close and lowering his voice. Not bad, kid. Don't get ideas. She's like a little sister. I don't bother explaining further. She's the one I borrowed money to help. Victor pushes back, annoyed. I nod, voice dropping. Congenital heart disease. I'm not making this up. The moment I say it, Victor goes still. The suspicion in his eyes fades, replaced by something complicated. A moment later, Mia comes out carrying a warm cup of water, nervously biting her lip. Victor drops his act this time. He takes a sip and asks casually, "What's your name? Can you cook?" I'm Mia. Yes, just a little, she says, sweet as a kid confessing to a teacher. I raise an eyebrow to myself. Just a little? She cooks like a professional chef. Worried Victor will start bossing her around, I cut in fast. Her heart isn't great. Don't have her cooking. Let's go out. My treat. It's fine, Mia pipes up, eyes bright and eager. Let me cook for you. I just bought groceries. Hope you don't mind, sir. I watch her tie on her apron and disappear into the kitchen, and I'm about to follow when Victor grabs my arm and pulls me down. Sit. Talk to your old man. The sound of chopping drifts in from the kitchen while the living room goes icy quiet. I'm not taking over the family business, I say. Victor's face goes red. One day you're going to be the death of me, and then you'll be sorry. Dad, times have changed, I say, resigned. I know that industry of his is already dying, running on fumes from the glory days. Cutting losses now is the smart move. But this old man is stubborn as a mule, dead set on passing the business to his son. We've been at a standstill for over half a year with no contact, and out of nowhere, he shows up today. Before he even finishes his big speech, I quietly excuse myself and slip into the kitchen. Mia is chopping away efficiently. I grab a potato and start peeling and slicing it like I've done it 100 times. Why aren't you keeping your dad company? Mia gives me a concerned glance. 3 sentences in and we're already fighting. Better I help you cook. I smile and watch her focus profile, and I think, this side by side in a kitchen beats inheriting any business. Before long, Victor creeps up to the kitchen doorway and peeks in. I turn around and catch him looking pleased. He pulls me aside and whispers, "This girl is solid, the kind you build a life with. If you can get her to marry into this family, I'll let you do whatever you want with the business. I'll write my will right now and leave everything to you two." I just stare at him. This stubborn old man, willing to show every card he has just to get me back in line. I glare at him. Keep your voice down, don't freak her out. Dinner becomes a one-man show starring Victor. He raves about every dish, insists the pork rib soup reminds him of something he used to make, and drinks it with a glowing, satisfied face. I can't resist. Old man, I made that soup. His smile collapses instantly. He shoves the bowl away in disgust. Get out of here. Fine, more for me. It's a loud, chaotic dinner, but it's warm in all the right ways. The moment I set down my chopsticks, I'm promptly assigned to do the dishes. Through the kitchen window, I watch Victor's usually cold face go soft and warm as he leans close to Mia, whispering something. I think, did this old man secretly take acting classes? In the living room, Victor drops his armor completely, like a friendly neighbor. Mia, that boy Ethan, he's got a rough temper and he's stubborn as a rock, but he's loyal to the bone, and he's got feelings for you. So what do you think of him? Mia nervously picks at the edge of the table, head bowed low, voice barely a whisper. Ethan is wonderful, but sir, I don't think I'm good enough for him. As she says it, her eyes go red, all the insecurity and hurt she's been holding and finally breaking through. Nonsense. Victor's eyes go sharp, then soften. Love isn't about being worthy. If 2 people feel the same way, that's all that matters. That stubborn kid, running into you is the luckiest thing that's ever happened to him. Mia lifts her head, eyes brimming with tears, and asks in a trembling voice, but his ex hurt him so badly. What if he's closed himself off for good? At that, Victor blinks, then bursts out laughing like it's the funniest thing he's ever heard. So loud I poke my head out from the kitchen. He points straight at me, red-faced and wheezing, then winks at Mia. Don't believe any of that. That boy has been waiting for exactly someone like you. I stand by the window watching the rain slow down, listening to the laughter from the living room, and for the first time this cramped little apartment actually feels like a home. I shake my head and go back to the dishes. Even through the glass I can feel my dad's restless eyes on me. Where is the powerful businessman now? His eyes are practically sparkling with mischief, the picture of a shameless old man handing out dating advice. I scrub the dishes on autopilot, one ear tuned to the living room. Just keep doing what you're doing, his deliberately hushed voice carries right to me. Ethan is just too stubborn to admit it, but trust me, he's thrilled on the inside. Just be yourself. You'll have him wrapped around your finger. My hands stop moving. I internally curse. This old man has been plotting my love life since I was in kindergarten, and now he's hit the jackpot without even trying. His scheming is so blatant I can practically feel it on my face. Is that really okay? Mia's voice is full of uncertainty, a flicker of hope, and even more fear. I can picture her perfectly right now, fingers twisted together, like a kid who thinks she's done something wrong, small and sincere all at once. I can even imagine what's going through her head. A sick girl like me, a small-town nobody who had to look up how to make small talk. Could someone like me really deserve him? At that thought, something sharp twists in my chest. There's only me in this kitchen. If something else is in here with me, it must be a ghost. Victor chuckles, then turns uncharacteristically serious. I just need to ask you one thing. You genuinely want to be by that stubborn kid's side, right? Yes. This time, Mia's voice doesn't waver for a single second. Then let me teach you something, Victor says. After I leave tonight, ask him this. He leans in and whispers something in her ear. Mia's eyes go wide as saucers. She looks completely stunned. I finish the last dish, push the door open, and walk right into the old man's face, wearing the most self-satisfied grin I've ever seen. I shoot him a look. Stop corrupting her. Mia, don't listen to his nonsense. Get out of here. Show some respect. Victor snaps back into grumpy dad mode instantly. Then, after a beat of silence, his voice goes soft in a way I almost never hear. Tell me, what are your actual plans going forward? I pause. Since the whole loan incident, this is the first time he's actually tried to talk to me like a person. Mia reads the room perfectly, grabs her notebook, and slips into the bedroom, giving space to us two awkward men. Don't talk to me about that influencer stuff, Victor snorts, but his eyes drift, almost against his will, to the faint gray at my temples. I'm only in my 50s. I'm not ready to be stressed to death by you. The videos are just the start. Next step, I'm building a media company. I look him straight in the eyes, voice steady and sure. A media company? You think that compares to my construction empire? You mean the one whose revenue has been cut in half and is basically on life support? I say it clean and direct. Victor starts to flare up. Then the air goes out of him. He stares at me for a long moment, like he's seeing his grown son clearly for the very first time. After a long silence, he finally squeezes out, "So, what exactly is this media thing? Walk me through it." That gets me. I actually feel something. I step forward and give him a proud pat on the shoulder. Dad, you've finally grown up. You little, I am nowhere near retirement age. Behind the cracked bedroom door, Mia watches us bicker and banter, eyes going quietly pink. In this strange city, from this seemingly cold and stubborn old man, she feels something she's always longed for. That clumsy, fierce kind of fatherly love. The conversation ends in a strange kind of peace. After seeing Victor out, the apartment goes quiet again. Nothing but the soft patter of rain outside. I'm about to head back when I stop. Mia is standing in the middle of the living room, head down, hands behind her back, looking like she's working up to the speech of her life. What's going on? I walk toward her, my voice going soft on its own. Mia's head snaps up. Her cheeks are so red they look like they might actually bleed. Breathless, she fires the secret weapon Victor taught her. Ethan, what kind of girl do you like? I blank completely. 10 full seconds of silence. My brain is spinning. Did this girl just become an assassin? Since when did she get this dangerous? So, why are you asking? I grab my cup and take a long, strategic sip of water, eyes drifting toward the rain outside. I just want to know, she says, stubborn as a broken record, tugging at her hem, stealing a glance at me, then looking away like she's been caught. I set down my cup and sigh. Cute, kind, gentle, pretty, that's about it. Every word I say, her eyes get a little brighter. The smile she's trying to hide just keeps sneaking out. I'm laughing on the inside. This girl, could she be any more obvious? But then I shift gears, voice going quiet. Most importantly, genuine, loyal. Someone you can build a real life with. That kind of person is rare these days. Old memories surface, and right then, Mia's crystal clear gaze hits me square in the chest, and my heart skips without permission. I would never be like that. Mia only, the words reach her lips, and she slaps her hand over her mouth. It's late. I'm going to sleep. Good night. I watch her practically flee into her room and slam the door. I lean against mine, pressing my hand hard against my chest. Why is it beating this fast? She's 18. She's still sick. And here I am, catching feelings. Ethan, you are the absolute worst. I pull out my phone and drop a bombshell in my fan group chat. Guys, what if there's this gorgeous, sweet girl with serious congenital heart disease who cooks for me every day, and she's clearly got a crush on me, and I'm catching feelings? Does that make me a terrible person? 3 seconds of silence. Then the spam army floods in. Bro, you have completely lost it. Delete whatever romance novel you've been reading. Oh sure, asking for a friend. Nothing to see here, folks. Streamer has officially lost his mind over a girl. I lock my screen. I listen to the faint sounds from the next room and laugh at myself. This rainy night feels endless. Watching the spam army flood the chat with the same tired jokes, I sigh. Absolutely useless. I get up and walk to the balcony. The sharp cold snaps me awake. My hand moves to my pocket on instinct, fingers closing around a pack of cigarettes. I hesitate, then yank it out and toss it clean into the trash. That's it, I'm done. I mutter under my breath. Truth is, I haven't touched a cigarette since Mia moved in. Not because of the doctor's orders about secondhand smoke, but because somewhere deep down, I feel like someone that pure shouldn't have to breathe in any of my mess. I stand there scowling, the restlessness of withdrawal radiating off me. Ethan? What's wrong? A small head peeks through the bedroom door. Mia looks at me like a startled deer, confused and worried all at once. The storm on my face clears instantly. I manage a smile so soft it almost embarrasses me. Nothing. Go to sleep, okay? I am very well behaved, she mutters softly. Then, like she's just remembered something, she lifts her chin with a little burst of courage. Then you have to go to sleep too. I pause, then laugh. Deal. Good night. I watch her close the door, and that strange unease in my chest finally loosens, just a little. December in Shancheng. The cold bites all the way to the bone. The day of Mia's follow-up appointment. The sky is clear, but the air is brutal and dry. I grip the steering wheel, eyes drifting to the passenger seat. Mia's fingers are twisted tight, head bowed low. I put away every trace of humor and focus on the road. My knuckles go white on the wheel, pressing deep into the leather. It's just a routine checkup, nothing to be scared of. But the dread sitting in my gut right now is worse than the time I sneaked into Victor's Mutai stash as a kid. Then something cool settles on the back of my hand, a small hand, resting gently. Ethan, are you nervous? Her touch is ice cold, and it makes my heart skip hard. I blink, then scoff. Please, I'm just worried that a certain someone is going to panic the moment she sees the doctor and I'll have to spend the whole time calming her down. So annoying. I won't, and nobody asked you to. Mia presses her lips together, but the smile at the corner of her mouth refuses to hide. Walking into the hospital, the smell of disinfectant hits me like a wall. It never bothered me before, but today it's sharp and suffocating, and I'm frowning before I even realize it. Still saying you're not nervous? Mia mutters, head down, wearing that little smug look that says she's had my number for a while. I'm about to fire back, but she grabs my arm, face pink, and marches us forward. We walk straight into a fork in the hallway. If you don't want me to be nervous, maybe watch where you're going. I keep my face blank and point at the sign. Mia, that's the men's restroom. She leaps back like a cat that just got its tail stepped on, and somehow most of the weight on my chest lifts with it. When the results come in, the doctor sends Mia to wait and turns to me. Family member, please follow me to my office. The word family member lands in my ears like a heavy contract. Something lurches in my chest, but I keep my face steady. I ruffle Mia's hair. Stay right here, don't wander off, I'll be right back. Inside the office, the doctor's expression is grave. He pushes up his glasses and sighs. Conservative treatment is no longer a long-term option. The strain on her heart is constant. Waiting any longer is too dangerous. Fortunately, she's been well taken care of recently. I recommend scheduling the corrective surgery within the next 6 months. My throat goes dry. My clenched fists are damp with cold sweat. After the surgery, can she live a normal life? If it's successful, absolutely. But this is a high-level procedure. The lead surgeon's schedule is difficult to get. You'll need to start making arrangements now. I hear what he isn't saying. That's how the adult world works. Understood. And the success rate? My voice comes out rougher than I expect. Very favorable, the doctor says with a calm smile. Go be with her. The nurses mentioned that every other word out of her mouth during the exam was about you. My face goes warm despite everything. I take a deep breath, step out of the office, and the moment the door opens, I put on an easy smile. This weight is mine to carry. No reason to let her worry too. But the second I'm out the door, Gabe calls. I hold up my phone to Mia where she's sitting on the bench. 3 minutes. Phone call. She nods. She sits there alone in the cold, legs swaying gently. But when I hang up 3 minutes later and turn back, she's gone. The bench is empty. Nothing but cold wind. In that instant, my heart stops. A fear I've never felt before floods through me. Cold sweat soaking through my shirt in seconds. Where is she? My heart is slamming against my ribs as I rush back inside, eyes cutting frantically through the crowd. And then, I catch a glimpse of Mia's slight frame slipping out of the doctor's office. The moment I see her familiar face, every muscle in my body uncoils, but my back is already soaked through. 26 years of living, and this is the first time a girl has ever scared me like this. But the moment Mia spots me, she drops her head like a kid caught doing something wrong. My brow knits tight, my stomach drops. Did she overhear something? Or did she ask the doctor something she wasn't supposed to? I close the distance in a few quick strides, forcing myself to stay calm, keeping my voice steady. What are you doing wandering over here? She looks up, expression perfectly normal. There's even a small smile on her lips. Nothing, just ask the doctor about some follow-up care. Let's go home. Those eyes are clear as water. Her voice is completely natural. I can't find a single crack in her story. The knot in my chest slowly loosens. All right, let's go home. Out of habit, I reach for her bag, and she instinctively pulls back. I freeze. She seems to catch herself too and quickly holds it out. It's a little heavy, sorry. I take it without a word. The bag is in my hand, but that uneasy feeling in my gut grows wild like weeds. I walk ahead, not seeing what's happening behind me, Mia gripping tightly onto a folded slip of paper in her pocket. The surgery cost estimate, $70,000. She bites her pale lip, staring at my back. This time she wants to handle it herself. She can't keep owing me more. Right then, my voice cuts through the air beside her. That little head of yours isn't busy calculating how to pay me back, is it? Mia startles so hard her whole body jolts. Her face goes instantly red. No, of course not. Looking at her completely flustered face, I'm somewhere between amused and exasperated. You spend your days thinking about how to repay a rich guy. Isn't that kind of adorably dumb? And then her lip trembles.